What's up, YouTube? Happy Friday the 13th. It's Trader A. Just wanted to do a quick recap of my trading for today. Well. Today was somewhat uneventful for me. The goal of today was to have my lone little performance account from Apex to survive, and I will go ahead and give you a spoiler alert that yes, it did survive. But just looking at the chart, my newfound friend is the initial balance range. Basically it just kind of gives me a way in which to look at the market and keep track of where we've been and where we're going. So here, this is the first hour of the New York session where the initial range is being formed. It's the low to the high of that first hour. So I'm happy to report that I did not trade my Apex account at all during that first hour. I was very patient. Max would be very proud of me. And okay, so immediately after, about 2 candles after the initial balance being set, that range being set, we have a nice bounce back down to the low, a nice move back up. Didn't trade that, but that probably would have been nice. Then we went into this really little tight range here. Goodness, everything's locked. We went into this tight range. I didn't start trading till about 10:30 my time. That's 11:30 New York time. So basically, after we had a few peekaboos out of the opening range, I left those alone. Here we had more of a volume candle out, and then a pull back in. So that's kind of where I took my first trade. I took a couple of more trades. These trades were not very big. I think at one point I took them with 5 micros. I think at one point I may have been in the positive about $16, and then I ended up being negative $14 at the end of the day. This was my last trade a little bit after 11 Central Time. I said it was a short, and I said, you know what, if I lose this trade, I am going to be done. And sure enough, I lost that trade. It wasn't a big loss or anything, but I just, given the price action of the market, I could tell this is not my day. I don't have edge in this market. Why am I casting my pearls to swine? My pearls being my PA account that had, about $1,100 profit in it. Why am I casting it into this swine of a market? And that's what I've had to do. Okay, but anyway, real quick first, before I get into that, as you can see, here's the PA account. It's a negative $14. Yay. For me, I was able to take the loss, walk away. After I finished that trade, I said, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to take my little account here. So this is what I did. I took my little account. I went to my little stop trading feature in NinjaTrader, and there it is, count 34. It's grayed out because I took it and I put until next day. Stop trading until next day. So that feature, along with Guardian Angel Trader, I had that set, as y'all saw from my previous video. I had that set for like maybe a $250 or $300 daily loss. That was the main thing. And I only had it set to allow me to trade the micro NASDAQ 100, not the mini. So those were the two things I had set in the GAT. I said to myself, I'm not going to trade anymore if I take this loss. And had the market been different, had it been different, had there been edge in the market, and it was just like a paper cut or whatnot, then I could have stuck around. But based on what I had seen in the market, just the tight range. Let me go back to that. The tight range for all this time. I mean, look at these bars, just barcoding, long tails. I mean, really nothing good. And we're almost at noon Eastern time. So yeah, it just wasn't a good market for me to be trading. So I cut it off. I minimized the windows. I didn't want to see the charts anymore. I stopped listening to, whatever streams I had on in the background. I just, stopped listening to those and just said, you know what, this is it. So, real talk, transparency, I did kind of deflect onto my FTT account, one of those accounts. So it kind of took the brunt of the heat to kind of keep me off the Apex account. So it's not like I was totally good because I was taking trades on that account. And when I tell you, I don't think any of the trades won, maybe a couple. But it was just a tough day for me in the market. And I will just be very, very thankful if this is the first of many days where I can recognize that the market is too choppy for me. It's ranging too much for me. It's not the particular market where I find my edge. It may not be that for somebody else, and for me to recognize that and say, I value my PA account. I value this evaluation. I paid money for it and I recognize the opportunity for my future that it brings. Therefore, I'm not going to risk it unnecessarily. So this was a big step for me, accepting the loss, recognizing the market didn't offer me edge, and stepping away. That was big for me. I'm very thankful. I'm hoping that I can just continue to stretch myself, continue to improve in this area. This is kind of like one of the final, I think, important, necessary areas for me to turn a corner, and that's accepting the loss and just be willing to forego trading when the market is not providing edge for me, or when I'm not seeing the market and I'm not flowing with the market. So for that, I think I'm very happy about my results for today, having a $14 loss, even if it had been a $200 loss or a whatever the loss. But I think I am seeing that, it may be easier for me to go ahead and accept a smaller loss than wait till it gets bigger. But in this market, it doesn't matter. I probably could have kept trying, knocking my head up against the wall, not seeing any positive results because of just how tight the range was. And, it would be quite some time before we really got some significant movement that would be advantageous to my particular strategies and setups. So thank you so much for listening to this, supporting me on this journey. I certainly hope that you all had some luck on this Friday the 13th. I did not, so I had to excuse myself from the market. I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I look forward to talking to you next week.